Millions of people train every day, but how can they know if they're doing it right? Incorrect form leads to poor results or even injuries, but TopCycle wearable technology is designed to change that. We proudly present the first release of our product, a pack of smart resistance band wearable technology paired with a companion app. This hardware setup includes 8 smart resistance bands, 4 pairs in various sizes, designed to fit the arms, thighs, calves, and trunk for users with different body types. Each band contains an embedded stack of flexible capacitive strain gauge sensors, a processor unit, a 3D printed enclosure with on-band LED indicators, and haptic vibration motors, together with the companion Android app. This system offers post-workout movement analysis. It brings expert guided exercise analytics to non-professional users, remotely, anytime, anywhere. In this version, instructors can record reference movements. Users then perform the same exercises, and their motion is analyzed through a similarity score engine to assess accuracy. So, stay with us and follow this demo into how TopCycle works. The first step begins with the instructor registering on the TopCycle app and adding a new exercise to the library. With this, you can see how professionals use TopCycle to create expert movement benchmarks. The instructor prepares by setting up the required bands, wearing them, and syncing them with the companion app. Of course, this process depends on the type of exercise the instructor aims to define. It can be lower body, upper body, and etc. In this case, the instructor intends to define a squat movement. So, 2 of TopCycle large bands are selected, 1 for each leg. Now let's see what happens on the app right after band setup. The instructor navigates to the My Exercises page and taps the plus button to add a new entry. He names it squats and adds a description of 1 set with 10 reps. This creates a new entry in the TopCycle library for exercise pattern recording. Before proceeding with scanning the bands, the instructor must first wear them. Each band is placed carefully, 1 on each leg, and tightened as much as possible to ensure accurate mapping of muscle contraction. The instructor adjusts the bands until they are firm and positioned precisely over the quadriceps, where the muscle activation is most pronounced. Once the fit is secure, the instructor is ready to move on to the next stage. Each band's processor unit features 2 buttons, 1 for power and 1 for Bluetooth. The instructor begins by tapping the power button. The LED lights turn red, indicating the band is on. Then, by tapping the Bluetooth button, the LED changes to blue, signaling the band is ready to sync. This process is repeated for each band in use. Next, the instructor opens the app, navigates to the defined exercise page, and taps the Scan button. Under the band section, 2 devices are detected, named TC2 and TC4. But how can the instructor tell which band is on which limb? By clicking on TC2, the band's vibration motor activates, providing a haptic signal. The instructor feels the vibration and confirms that TC2 is on the right thigh. The same is done for TC4. Once the vibration is sensed, the left thigh is selected. Now that the bands are fully identified and mapped, the instructor is ready to begin recording. Before proceeding, it's important to ensure the bands are charged. If battery is low, they must be replaced or recharged before continuing. Once ready, the instructor taps the record button. After a 3-second countdown, they begin performing the selected exercise, 10 correct squat repetitions in a single set, following the defined standard. In this version, while the instructor is exercising, no live data is displayed on the app. Once the exercise is complete, the instructor taps the Stop button on the app. At this point, they can choose to retry the recording or save it. Once saved, the exercise is added to the TopCycle exercise library, ready for users to access and perform. Now, let's move to the other side of the story, where a user remotely selects this exercise and performs it to receive a comparison score.
Let's see what happens when a user selects this exercise from the TopCycle library, when they have no online or on-site access to the instructor. The user chooses the squat routine defined by the instructor and activates Bluetooth on their phone to begin the setup process. Based on the number of bands required, the user now goes through the same cycle, wearing each band, positioning it correctly, and tightening it to ensure proper sensor contact. Just like in the instructor's setup, the user turns on each band by pressing the power button and enabling Bluetooth. Then, in the app, they select the squats exercise defined by the instructor and tap the scan button to sync the bands. By sensing the vibration feedback from each band, the user confirms their position. Now, let's see the scores the user receives while performing both a correct and an incorrect version of the squat, compared to the instructor's gold standard. At first, the user performs the exercise with proper squat form. The hips lower to at least parallel with the knees, and the knees stay aligned with the toes, resulting in a high similarity score of 74 out of 100. This is considered healthy and acceptable. By tapping on the score, the user can view a breakdown for each leg individually. Here, a lower score is shown for the left thigh, due to the left foot being placed slightly behind the right. But what if the user's form was incorrect? In the next attempt, let's see the performance of a wrong squat. The dip is shallow and the knees shoot forward past the toes. Obviously, this results in a low similarity score of 30 out of 100, a very low score. From this feedback, the user understands their form was incorrect and knows they need to try again to improve accuracy.
Thanks for staying tuned for this demo of TopCycle. You can download the app directly from our website at www.topcycle.co. And if you'd like to be among the first to experience the system hands-on, register for a free trial through our early adopter program. Get corrective feedback, improve your form, prevent injuries, and track progress over time.